Hello everyone and welcome to my video. In this video, I will share with you my experience with the ComTIA Network Exam. I will tell you how I passed it and also discuss with you my test experience. Okay, let's jump to work. So in the first section, I will share with you my test experience. I chose the at-home edition. I sat at home and I took the test with Pearson VUE. The experience was nice. There was not any kind of interruptions or problems, luckily. But of course, I think we need to ensure our internet connection. I advise to take the wired connection because it's more reliable than wireless ones. And about the questions in the test, they are of course quite challenging. I met two practical ones that I have to do some actual configurations. And theory is quite broad because Network Plus covers a lot of things, a lot of topics, security, virtualization, cloud computing, a lot of things. And of course, they are not really tricky. They don't want to trick us a lot, but to answer them correctly, we have to understand them deep enough. But I believe that if we study well enough, we stand a high chance of passing the exam. And okay, so that is my test experience. And I'll move to the next one. I'll discuss with you the resources I use, the materials and the tools that I used during my preparation for the exam. Okay, let's move to the first material. I want to introduce you my book. The book that I read for my preparation, and this is my main material, my main learning material. This is from Cybex. Network Plus Study Guide. Network Plus Study Guide by Network Plus Study Guide by Todd Lamel from Cybex. This book is comprehensive. It has up to more than 1,000 pages. And besides the theory section, it also has custom practical exams. Each exam has 40 questions, and I find them helpful because they may reflect the difficulty, and the question format is somehow I think familiar. They can resemble the real exam in the format and the difficulty level. They are excellent, so we definitely have to do them all before the test. And besides the exams, we have 300 electronic flashcards. And the flashcards are good enough, but I highly recommend you to make our own flashcards. And I will talk about my flashcards software later on in this video. Okay, let's continue with this book, and of course it's comprehensive, and I find the explanation deep enough for me, and the writing style of the author is quite how can I say, not so academic. So if you love books with academic style, you may find this book quite unfamiliar, but I think it's okay because he explained a lot, and he also used illustration, and at the end of each chapter we have some written labs. They may be some not really like configuring devices, but some exercises like subnetting or explaining the theory, drag and drop, and they are good and definitely give us some opportunities to practice our knowledge. Yep, so this is my book, and you can buy it on Amazon or subscribe to O'Reilly. If you choose to subscribe to O'Reilly, you have a variety of choices too. So if you don't find my material here helpful for you, you may find another book from O'Reilly. Like let's see Network Plus. You need to check which test you take, the 007 or the 008. So if you take the 008 like me, you can find some other books here from Mike Mayers or from Anthony. So the test is quite new, so we may find fewer books than the 007 one. I think the Cyber is good, so I think you can check it out. But if you don't like it, you can use some other books right here. My personal recommendation is that you should, if possible, subscribe to O'Reilly, because we don't have to buy physical or digital books via Amazon, something like that. We can subscribe one and access to a lot of books at the same time. So if you want to read tons of books at the same time, I think subscribing to O'Reilly give you a huge advantage. And so that is about the book. And besides reading, we may find watching videos helpful too. And of course, actually during my preparation I watched a lot of videos too, and the channel I visited the most is Sunny Classroom. This is the first one, the first YouTube channel I recommend to you. And when I read book, I find something quite hard to understand. I visited Sunny's channel to watch his video. The great thing about Sunny is that he used a lot of illustration. For example, in this video you can see here, he used a whole drawing to explain us about structured cabling, and watching the video helped me to visualize stuff and help it stick to my mind. So if you want to learn about networking in general, and of course for a Network Plus exam, you can try Sunny Classroom YouTube channel. And besides that, you can watch Professor Messer. I didn't watch him a lot during my preparation, but of course I watched some of them, and his explanation is good. And he is popular. So for example, he has a whole training course about Network Plus exam, and he has a study group, some questions, an explanation, and other kind of testing tips. So you may need to check it out. And the third one is Power Cert animated videos. Yep. This channel is amazing, and I love it. I love the way the videos are made. You see here, for example, the MAC address.
And this is whether the devices are close to each other, such as being on the same network, or
moving,
if they are thousands of miles
moving,
apart.
So it helps us to visualize stuff
the bottom line is that devices
very easily.
communicate with each
Of course, I
other
love this
using
channel.
the MAC
I love his
address.
channel. So
Now,
I believe that you may find it helpful.
If devices talk to each other using.
Okay, so this is the third one I recommend to you. I read Cybeck's book, and I watched these three YouTube channels, and I also used some learning tools to help me learn things better. And the first tool I use is Anki. Anki is a software for us to make flashcards, electronic flashcards. And for example, I make a collections dedicated to Network Plus. So Anki is powerful. You can make a lot of flashcards here, and Anki is based on two learning techniques. The first one is active recall. you can check these videos on YouTube to understand more about active recall. But basically, it is about that when we learn something and try to memorize, we should not read the book over and over again, but try to answer questions. And making flashcards is a great way for us to actively recall our knowledge. And Anki is also based on spaced repetition. It means that we don't need to keep learning again during a day, but we can we only study it once today, and then we have to review it a day later on or a few days later. And of course, it's handy and using Anki like this. And there is a video about stop relying on this. I'm not so sure, but I find following spaced repetition or active recall helped me to pass the ComTIA Network Exam, and using Anki is a great way for me to do that. Actually, you can watch this video; it's quite interesting. I haven't watched it, but actually using Anki follow spaced repetition and active recall helped me a lot. Okay, that's a flashcard. And besides that, you can use Xmind. It's a mind mapping software. And if you find some topics too complex and you want to visualize it, you can use mind mapping and using Xmind to draw a mind map. There are a lot of other software too, free and even commercial one. And I think we just need to stick to the free one. It's just enough. I think we don't. Personally, I don't need to buy a commercial one. Just use the free version of Xmind is enough for me. Yeah, and okay. So one more thing I want to tell you is about the hands-on questions during ComTIA Network Exam. In the exam, we may have to configure some virtual devices like a wireless router. So during your training, you may need to you can try yourself to configure some stuff like your routers at home, or you can try out a software called Cisco Packet Tracer. And Cisco Packet Tracer is a powerful software for us to try to do stuff. So you can search for this software and find some YouTube videos to learn how to use this. It's powerful, and you may need to learn some Cisco commands, but I think it's not that hard. It just learn some basic stuff, and that is enough for our ComTIA Network exam. So of course, that's helpful. And this is the end of my video, and thank you for watching.